My name is X1 the Gamer, and I hate Assassin's Creed. Okay? That feels great to say. It's about damn time. I'm free. I can be myself now. Assassin's Creed sucks nuts.
Okay.
Just going to say.
Wow.
We'll see how the new one goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably suck nuts like the last 4.
Hey, but I like it. I mean, I have to be in a certain mindset to enjoy it, to be fair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's like...
But I like it. Most of the time I'm in that mindset.
I think there's like there's an open world spectrum, right? And I think Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft have gone way too far to one end, where it's just like they throw stuff in just to throw stuff in for throwing stuff in's sake, right?
Yeah.
And let's take Assassin's Creed and let's take Red Dead Redemption. I would argue that Red Dead Redemption 2 and Assassin's Creed roughly have similar amounts of collectibles, right?
Sure.
The difference between the two is Red Dead Redemption doesn't force you or push you in that direction. They let you naturally come across it, and if you want 100%, you can. Whereas Assassin's Creed, I believe in Valhalla, you have to do like 3 different collection storylines to get the true ending, which is it's just too much. And the problem with Ubisoft is it's too much of the same. We jumped from Assassin's Creed Valhalla over to Far Cry 6. Same thing, just with guns, which is great. Yeah, I can shoot people now, but it's the same thing. You know, towers are the same. And then you jump from that game over to Phoenix Rising, same thing, just different paint. And I think that's Ubisoft's problem.
Yeah.
Is they found a formula that
Phoenix Rising was the Fortnite edition.
Yeah. They found a formula that, yes, to an extent works, but it's too much now.
Yeah, I just think it does. The first thing I see, like Valhalla, I love the atmosphere. They always nail the atmosphere. I love the way it feels.
Oh, and their artists are fantastic.
And even the storyline is pretty cool. Like this idea that you're going back in time, back and forth, and you're in this Assassin's Creed. And then the map opens up, and it's like, holy shit. I don't have time for this.
Well, that's, I think...
And you go off to get those items, and it's not even that. So, for instance, like in Red Dead Redemption or Skyrim, when you go off, it's an interesting world. It's natural. The world in Assassin's Creed is just not interesting anymore. Like the main quest might be good.
Just wait till you go to Valheim or wherever that is.
Oh yeah, jeez.
That place took me.
No wonder everybody hates the gods.
Yeah, it's tedious. I get it. It's tedious, but sometimes I will be fair. Sometimes I like tedious.
Yeah, sometimes
there's
a
collection aspect.
The problem with Assassin's Creed is that one's tedious. The other one's tedious. The collection after that is tedious. Completing the map is tedious.
You need to cleanse your palate with gaming. You can't go from Ubisoft to Ubisoft.
You can't. But that's why I think Red Dead Redemption and a game like Skyrim are so good, because they have a lot of that stuff, but it feels more natural to explore. Right? Yep. In Assassin's Creed, and I don't necessarily have a problem with Valhalla. Like, I liked Valhalla. Sure. It's fun. It's still installed on the box. I need to eventually go back and beat it. But it feels like I'm forced to do all these collections to beat the game. Whereas in Red Dead Redemption,
they're optional.
It's optional, but it's more natural. Like, for example, I explored the swamp because I found a hobbit house, and then all of a sudden in the swamp there was a ghost train and a ghost lady. You know what I mean? It's more natural.
But don't you think you're encouraged to explore because you're rewarded so heavily with very cool random events in the world or stories in the world that add to it?
Yeah.
I don't know how this got. They got started because I think Microsoft needs a linear, world-class game. I think Microsoft. Even look at Halo Infinite. I mean, I guess Halo Infinite's pretty linear.
It's linearly open.
It's linear-esque. But I think just playing through God of War, the one thing that I'm really noticing is that stands out to me is this is a linear experience, and that's what helps. I mean, it's world-class writing and storytelling and a fantastic story. World-class gameplay, very good pacing.
Excellent
But the
parenting.
linearness of it, at no point do I turn off the console or turn it on and think to myself, okay, I've got to complete this. And that's what some games do to you. It becomes tedious. Yeah. This linear where they hold your hand through cameras, right? Like, they're not holding your hand, but they're directing you. Like when you're taking a boat and you go into a new world and it opens up and the camera shows you, or you look down at your son, and then when they cut away and you're like, want to touch your son, but you can't because
cut away.
You're a badass god.
They never cut away.
Pan out, I meant.
Okay.
Yes.
Use correct terminology.
Thank you. Anyways, I would love to see Microsoft do that.
Well, I mean, they do linear games. Like, High on Life was just
Yeah.
last month.
I just learned that High on Life was made with AI art,
Oh, it was.
which is hilarious.
That's funny.
Isn't that hilarious?
That
By the
game-
way, I've been playing with AI art machines. Have you played with it?
No.
Spicy? Oh, dude. It is like mind blowing. Like I could be like, take George the Man, X1 and Mr. McSpicy and make us into badass minotaurs. And it will.
No, yeah.
High on Life.
It's pretty funny. There's some funny things.
There's the beginning is actually really funny, where you have a divorce lawyer.
that I was laughing so hard.
So I hear
in
you
that
have to play-
opening
It's definitely
sequence.
not a game for the.
I hear you-
It's not a family
Oh
game.
my
Yeah,
God.
you have to play with headphones on.
Yeah,
Right?
it's but there was I've not played it yet. I've seen like the first
The
20
beginning?
minutes and it was pretty.
The beginning starts out like a Doom game, David.
Okay.
And so it's like it's like 3D, and you're going through, and your divorce lawyer pops up. He's like, "Hey, I'm your divorce lawyer." It's one of the funniest.
We're gonna
sequences.
get her.
We're gonna go get that ex-wife. You know? It is one of the funniest sequences.
He says he's your divorce lawyer in almost like every sentence he talks. It's actually really funny.
That is a very funny game, and it's a linear-esque game. Like,
Yeah.
pushes you through it a little.
Yeah, it only takes like 4 or 5 hours to beat.
But
Yeah.
to be fair, that is not the caliber of what God of War is.
No, yeah. That's
But-
they're different games for sure.
No,
God of
linear
War.
games. I like linear games. They're fun. The reason being because I feel like the storytelling is much more.
It's tight.
controlled.
It's tighter.
It's tight, and
Yeah.
so they don't have to do.
Do you think the
They don't have
sweet
to rely on
do
fetch quests.
you think the sweet spot is somewhere in between? Like for example, and you'll
Elden
get
Ring?
well, yeah, because I guess Elden Ring is kind of linear,
It's
like
linear
in its story,
unless you
but it's
don't
open.
want to be.
Yeah,
Well,
well, because the only reason I ask is because, like, when you start playing God of War Ragnarok, you'll see what I mean. It's more open, but it's still linear. You take a Halo game where I would say the open world is more so just a hub to have fun in and do side stuff, and then you go into linear missions. Even Gears of War, the newest Gears of War, what is it, Gears 6? It has open zones, but they kind of... Same as Halo, it's kind of an open area that you can mess around in for a while and do side stuff. Then you go to a linear mission. You know what I mean? Do you think the best games are right in the middle?
Nah, I would say any game can be the best game.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have. I mean, some of the best games I've ever played are open world. Some of the best games I've ever played are linear. So
Yeah.
I think it's just. I think it comes down.
I think
to
it's what
developer.
what's your good. I do think it's easier probably to be great as linear because you have control as the
It's a more
developer,
curated
right?
experience.
Yeah. If I'm paying $70 for a game, I want that shit to be curated.